What is up, everybody? Today, we're going to be talking about the subtle difference between healthy fat loss and unhealthy fat loss. So, fat loss is a pretty touchy subject because many people struggle a lot when it comes to fat loss, right? The majority of people have, at one point in their lives, or many points in their lives, tried to lose fat with unhealthy strategies. But there is a very subtle difference between healthy fat loss and unhealthy fat loss. Two people could be doing the exact same strategies, and one could be perfectly fine, but the other absolutely destructive. Again, depending on what strategy you're using. But how can you identify the difference between healthy fat loss and unhealthy fat loss? That's what we're going to be talking about today. So keep listening. Alrighty, so when it comes down to it, to identify if fat loss is healthy versus unhealthy, it really comes down to mindset and bioindividuality. So, what do I mean by this? For the mindset side of things, most of what I'm talking about is number one, your relationship with food and your relationship towards yourself or your mindset towards yourself, okay? So, on this point here, to make fat loss a healthy to make it a healthy fat loss journey, there is a few things that need to happen, okay? So, first, you need to have a healthy relationship with food, or at least on your journey, be working on improving your relationship with food. And the reason for this is if you are on a fat loss journey and you have a unhealthy relationship with food, I can guarantee that when you get done with this fat loss journey, it's just going to go right back once you're done. Your mindset, because you don't have a healthy relationship with food, your mindset towards food, you don't have this healthy, you don't have healthy hunger cues. Maybe you use food as a coping mechanism. Maybe it helps you de stress. Whatever it is for you individually, you're going to go right back once you're done with this maybe 16-week deficit or something like that because you didn't work on your relationship with food. And by the time you're done, your body is just going to be like, ooh, I can eat food now. And you're going to eat a lot of food. Okay. That's typically what happens. And then you gain the weight back. You've probably seen this happen to yourself, again, depending on what the strategy is. But if you don't work on having a healthy relationship with food, it's never going to get better, no matter what strategy you try. So, whether it's before you try to go into a fat loss journey or while you're on a fat loss journey, you need to work on having a healthy relationship with food, okay? The next thing is having a loving mindset towards yourself. I know this sounds a little bit weird, especially coming from me. I don't usually talk like this. But the reason that I think this is really important for individuals when it comes to determining if fat loss is healthy or unhealthy, if you are viewing going on a fat loss journey as I hate myself, I hate my body, I can't wait until, I get a better body because then I'm going to be more confident. Many people tackle a fat loss journey with this mindset. And some people some people are really motivated by, I guess you could say, bullying themselves. However, when it comes to creating sustainable change, this just really isn't the way to do it, okay? I'm not necessarily telling you you shouldn't want to change yourself if you love your body. I am not going to tell you that. I am going to tell you that you need to love yourself enough to do what is necessary to take care of yourself. Okay. And the reason that also you need to have a loving mindset towards yourself before maybe you've achieved your dream physique, whatever that means for you, is because if you hate your body now and you hate your body into changing, you're still going to hate your body once you've changed because it's never going to be enough for you. Okay. I know what it's like with a six pack and still think that I was not skinny enough, right? That was because I didn't work on my mindset towards fitness or my relationship with myself, okay? It does not matter what your body looks like, okay? It really doesn't. You need to work on having a positive mindset towards yourself so that while you're on this fitness journey, you're going on this fat loss journey because you care for yourself enough that you know you need to make this positive change for yourself. Okay? So do this out of care for your body, not hate for yourself. Okay? So just to recap what I mentioned, the first thing that you really need to focus on is having a healthy relationship with food and having care and a loving mindset, towards yourself. So that's the first thing. Now, the second thing is you need to ensure that these strategies to lose fat are tailored to you and that also you're managing your stressors while in a deficit. So, kind of going back to this first part of this second part here. I don't know why I just didn't do 4, but whatever. So, ensuring that you use the strategies tailored to you. The reason that I put this in here and why it's really important and why it is a really big determinant of if a fat loss journey is healthy or unhealthy is because two people could, let's say, be using macros. For an individual with a really unhealthy relationship with food, maybe they have past disordered eating, whatever, macros may not be the best strategy for them because it may make them a little bit too obsessive about the calories. It may ruin their relationship with food. However, for other individuals, macros could be the best thing for them. And the reason that I know this is because I know this for me, and I've heard this testimonial for many individuals. Macros have dramatically improved many people's relationship with food, right? But it's also made other people's relationship with food worse. Again, it depends on the individual. So let's say you're one of those individuals where macros just doesn't work for you. Maybe you get a little bit too obsessive about it. You feel like you're ruining your relationship with food. Maybe you fear food because, oh, it's not going to fit into my macros or it's too high in calories, whatever. In this instance, maybe something like hand portions would be better for you. So, really figuring out the strategies to lose fat that will work for you individually. And next thing that you're managing your stressors while in a deficit. So, what I mean by this is sometimes when many people try to go into a deficit, all they do is just put an incredible amount of stress on their body without even thinking about managing the stressors on their body. Maybe they increase their cardio, do as high intensity workouts as they can, eat as little food as possible, and they're not focusing on managing the stressors on your body. Now, what this does for you, especially when you are a female and but also when you are a male, is it increases your stress hormones, especially cortisol, and it can lead to literally the exact opposite outcome than you want: increased weight gain, inflammation, decreased cognitive function, and so much more, right? Those are things that you don't want when you're on a deficit, right? So that is why you want to make sure that you're managing your stressors on a deficit. Additionally, when it comes to female, many chronic diseases and autoimmune disorders are caused by too much stress in your body, whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally. Maybe it's from your childhood, maybe it's from a stressful period of your life, whatever. Many of them are triggered by something like a high stressed event or period of time in your life. Okay, so if you're going through 16 weeks where you just put as much stress on your body as possible without even thinking about managing it, this can cause many issues down the road. So, that is why you need to make sure that you manage your stress while in a deficit. If you can do these two things, you'll definitely have a much better chance at having a healthy fat loss journey that creates lasting change. So, just to recap, since I kind of went all over the place here. First, you need to make sure that you have a healthy relationship with food. Second, you need to have a caring and loving mindset towards yourself. Third, you need to ensure that these strategies to lose fat are tailored to you. And fourth, that you manage your stressors while in a deficit. I decided to split them up since they needed to be. So, if you have any questions on any of these, or you are curious on what you need to do to have a healthier relationship with food or figure out what strategy you need to lose fat, because obviously uncovering the root cause of maybe if you have weight loss resistance is extremely important. And that's exactly what I help with. So if you would like to learn more, go to the link below to book a strategy call with me, and we'll just pretty much learn more about you, your goals, what you need to achieve them, and see if we're the right fit to work together. I'll talk to you soon.